I bet you didn't know you can build a playable game from scratch in the time that it takes to eat lunch. I'll prove it and walk you through every click, all within Clyde Code. Check out this cyberpunk-style Tetris game I built in under 30 minutes, and it was my first time I've ever tried making a game. First, let me just show you the game. Look how cool this game is. I can move it around. I can hit the space bar to jump it down. Now there's a couple elements here that could be, slightly a bit better, but it's not bad. Like, it is really not bad for what we've accomplished in just less than 30 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and bring that all the way over. This is one of these games where you could just play for hours and hours. That's for sure. I know when I was a kid, played it for hours and hours. Let's see here, put those on one side. Oops, that just really messed me up. I pushed the space button, and then let's just kill Mike off. All right, let's get in the inside. You guys will see how I built this thing. It's amazing. And in this video, I want to show you something that just kind of hit my table here, which is the Clyde Code coder, I guess. I've been doing a lot of Vide coding lately, but now Clyde is offering something natively inside of here. So best-in-class coding. By the way, I use Clyde a lot, but I'm not using it directly with Clyde, so I have a feeling this might be pretty cool. So let's try it out now. Now it says I need to connect to Chrome, and it looks like I might need to log in from here. Okay, so I finally found the link to get me inside of Clyde AI coding and onboarding. Set up a default Clyde Code environment. So they have no network access, blocks internet access for maximum security and reduced functionality, trusted network access. I'm probably going to go with this one's recommended, full network access. So we'll do this one. And there it is. So now it's saying I can basically set up everything I want from inside of here. I do need to stop listening to there. Now I can basically say I can just code something up simple. So what I'm thinking is I'm just going to have it code up a Tetris game, see what happens. Hi, Clyde. I'd like for you to build me a Tetris game from the ground up, but make it slightly different. I want it to be Neo Tokyo / cyberpunk Web3 design, and I want it to look and feel like Cyber Beats, which is a different game, but it's fun and interactive to play. So I want interactive functionality, 3D rendering look, but it's like Tetris on steroids. Okay, so I might not be able to use this because it says I need to connect to a repository. I'm going to try to connect to one of mine just to see if it will do anything. No promises. Hi, I'm Karl, and I'm the founder of Code Vibin Academy, where we teach people how to earn a living while talking to your computer. You could earn money making your own app, or you could build them for others from the ground up without knowing any lines of code. Like and follow for more Vibe coding training, or join my free program at codevibin.com. Again, that's CODEVIBIN.com. See you. Creating a report. So it looks like it's now working with the repository, cloning the repository, and probably going to be making a new repository, I'm guessing. This repository is going to be probably based off the name. So build Cyberpunk Tetris game with 3D effects. So we'll just wait. I'm going to pause the video and we'll come back and show you what it looks like or if anything happens in between. Okay, so it looks like it's been working right now. It's actually building out the whole thing, and it looks to be working like it's going from the ground up, which is very interesting. Instead of me having to work next to it and let it write, it looks like it's just writing and writing and going, and it's created a bunch of tasks for it to create the game. So I'll give you another update here in a minute, but just let it continue to do its thing. Okay, so it came into here. It says, perfectly, I successfully built Cyberblocks, Neo Tokyo Tetris for you. What I created was a cyberpunk Tetris experience. Your game featured everything you've asked for. It's Tetris on steroids with a stunning Neo Tokyo / cyberpunk aesthetic. Key features implemented: visual excellence, full 3D rendering using Three.js, Neo glows. So I want to see, it says it's built, but it created all the files, how to play, simply open index HTML on any modern web browser, and you're ready to go. So I don't know if that's going to work, but we'll just find out here in a minute. Controls, arrow key, left, right, space for hard drop, P for pause. Changes will have been committed to be pushed to your repository branch. Let's just see if we can play it from here. I'm kind of doubtful, but yeah, it doesn't look like I'm able to play it. So it did create all the code, which is interesting. I'm going to say, is there a test? Okay, so give that a minute. Absolutely. Let me start a local web server for you so you can play the game right now. So it's actually going to create a local web server right here inside of Clyde, I believe. Okay, what to expect. Okay, so cool. Open browser to navigate to here or here. So this will only work locally, you know, should only work on my site. That didn't work. Let's try this. Okay, so give me a couple options. I see the issue. The server is running in my environment, not on your local machine. Let me provide you with a better option to test the game. Option one, download and run locally, easiest. Since your code is now in the GitHub repository, you can clone or pull the branch from your local machine and then run locally using Python. Or three, open up a local host in your browser. And yeah, so that's how that would work. Let's see. Option two is direct file opening quick test. You can double click on the index.html file directly through some browsers may have crons restrictions with Three.js. Or option three, go to GitHub's share with others. Would you like me to create a GitHub page and display access to the URL or create a simple deployment configuration? I'm going to say, let's go with that one, see what it says. Worst case scenario, I could probably open up Terminal and make it work from there. But the whole idea with this is I don't want it to be technical, and I just want this to be like a simple review of Clyde Code. Pretty much all of the vibe coding tools that I use do not require you to use terminal products. There's nothing wrong with them, but I feel like they're very technical. And I think with the way technology works today and AI, you shouldn't have to do that. The actual AI should be able to do that for you for it to be sort of viable for everybody to use. Don't get me wrong, though. Clyde is probably the number one coder on the planet right now, and it can be used with other tools out there. So that's why you could potentially use like Replit, Lovable, Bolt. There's even a tool I use that no one's talking about that does it fully for you. But if you want to learn more about that, you could go to codevibin.com, which is CODEVIBIN.com. Let's see what this says here. Alternative quick local test. If you want to test immediately while waiting for GitHub page. So in your local repository, so it says I can go here to see where this deployment is in process. Let's just see. If I go back, let's just go to repositories here. Wow, so check it out. It basically created this whole thing, everything you see here. Cyberblocks, Neo Tokyo Tetris, a Cyberblocks themed 3D Tetris game with enhanced gameplay mechanics, stunning visual effects, and immersive audio built in Three.js for 3D rendering and web audio API for synthesized sounding effects. Enhanced gameplay, Cyberpunk's visual effects, like all of this was completely created here. And I just want to see. So it's allowing people install and run. This is one way. Option two, local server. Option one, download this repository, open up index for modern credits, license, future enhancements. built with love from cyberpunk's aesthetics and classic gaming. I just want to test it out at this point, but that's kind of neat that it's created this whole thing. Maybe this is probably this was the README file that I just went over. Audios, it's got everything. It looks like it has all the logs for the most part. The only thing is we were trying to open it up. We're trying to set up pages, and I just want to see if that's happened. Wait, 1 minute to 2 minutes. It's saying that this would work. Let's just see. I'm going to let this be more or less like a problem the AI needs to figure out. So let me just go here, see if I can share this into here. Okay, so we're just waiting to see what it says. So you should see deployment workflows. So there's actions. I think that's the same. No, it said settings. So let's see what this does. All right, so was there instructions on that? We have web only, go to repository, step 2, configure, look for the section build and deploy. Under source, click the drop down, select GitHub actions, not deploy from branch. That was one of the things we saw. So deploy from actions. Okay, what was the next thing it said? The pages should auto save. Step 3, click on the workflow to enable it to go. So let's see. Okay, you should see the deployment workflow running. Wait for it to complete, green check mark. I'm going to say it has a red X. Does the settings page section show GitHub actions as the source? What error message? The source. I don't see the source. Let's copy this. It said it's pontificating. I see the workflow ran for 9 seconds and failed. Let me help you see what went wrong. What was that above here? Okay, so in the error data, click on the workflow, deploy to GitHub page number 1. Yeah, I don't see the deploy to GitHub part. Click on the workflow title, deploy to page. Oh, it's this one. So this is taking a lot longer than I expected. I was hoping that it would just be able to be a few clicks and be able to show you guys how quickly we could push. But as you can see, it's now starting to become complicated, and I would say it's probably not ready for prime time for just normal or average people who don't understand this stuff. Of course, I can continue to go through all of this. We'll see. I'll try a couple more times, and if it continues to have issues, then we'll see what's going on. The last thing I said, perfect. I found the issue. GitHub page isn't enabled yet for repository. Here's how to fix it. So step 1, go to repository settings, and you should see a GitHub page currently disabled. So let's just go there, and we have on GitHub. You should select the GitHub pages as currently disabled. You should see a section that says that. I do not see that. Yeah, I'm not seeing that. I'm going to go back. This could be why. You might need to create or use some kind of repository or some sort of framework, which is really not here. This is interesting. They have code spaces, which I've heard good things about, which we may do on another training. Let's see here, custom domain. Yeah, none of that is applicable. So not seeing. So got it. Let me ask, what do you see when you go here? So we'll go there. I just copied it and pasted it since you can't upload an image here. If you could upload an image here, that would probably be useful. Mentoring. That's one of the things that it just said. Okay, select the static HTML workflow. Since your game is just HTML, CSS, and JavaScript file, no Jekyll needed. What you need to do is click on the static HTML, which I think I did see that. So let's hit that configure. And what was the next step? Click it, or automatically set up in the workflow. If it shows you a workflow file, you might see an editor that says commit changes. Commit changes. And I will just hit commit changes. Hopefully I didn't need to connect some sort of file there. Alternative browsers, all workflows. Since I already created a custom workflow, you could also click browse all workflows. So that might have messed this up. Let me just see if I go back. Nope. Okay, click browse all workflows. These are all workflows. Okay. Look for a window that's already configured, select it, and hit commit. I don't see what it's asking me to do, but here was the workflow. Rerun job. Oh, well, let's turn green, please. It turned yellow. Still doing something. And again, I could have probably ran this locally and it would have worked, but now it shows deployed. Oh, here we go. Here is the game. So let's go ahead and start and see how to play. So it's telling me I can go, oh, and it's an upside down game. So here's the game. Literally built this game out. Oh, I keep pushing the wrong button. See if I can get this one over. I've already lost the game for the most part. Soft drop. They have soft drop. So yeah, I mean, it's not perfect. There's some stuff that I would probably fix. So let's see what happens when I fix. So I lost. Start over. Really cool, guys. I wanted to pop in here and give you my 2 cents here at the end. Mainly just want to say a couple of things. One, it is a little bit more technical. You know, it did ask me to set up terminal and stuff like that, which I'm sort of refusing to do. I don't have a problem with doing it, but I feel like it's more technical for most like average people. There's a lot of commands and shifts and a lot of hotkeys and stuff that you need to learn if you want to become a technical coder like that. There's other ways to do it. There's other ways to use Clyde. There's other tools out there that use Clyde that's simply amazing and will do the same thing. But however, at the end result, you know, I was able to connect. You do also need to have a GitHub account, which is not hard to set up or do. Again, it's more complicated. It's more things to learn, more things to do. You don't need to necessarily have that. You know, I do recommend, you know, having a GitHub account when you're developing apps and stuff like that at some point where you can actually upload and put in required documents and share and bring in other developers. But the whole idea is we're changing as a world's changing because of AI. It's just making it so much easier for people to use certain tools and certain systems that we've created over at Code Vibin. So if you made it this far, I want to congratulate you. And if you want to learn more, check us out at codevibin.com, codevibin.com. And we got tons of free training there, and we have some advanced stuff as well. And it's just going to help hold your hand and kind of take you along the trip with us. So that's all I got. And be sure to like and share if you get this. Be sure to follow so you don't miss a key or a point. That's definitely how we grow our account, and we continue to give out high quality content just like this one today. So we'll see you then. Take care.